Live right now here, baby. All right, clear out this bowl here, because we do smoke on here because we are from a state where we can recreationally smoke. This is my place of where I get my nice goody trees here that I smoke in my house here. I don't go anywhere else. And yes, I do smoke marijuana. But you know what? I'm not some stupid idiot that doesn't know what the hell the fuck is going on and what time it is or anything of that nature here. But yeah, most people want to come to my channel because they want to hear about the sports and give all this and that. But you know what? I want people to get a piece of what me is. You know, and I'm out here trying to, fuck with you. But if you're trying to implement your way of lifestyle on other people, not a good idea. Let's just say that. Not a very good idea. And unfortunately, we have people that want to implement that and they want to infringe on that. Well, you know what? We're just not going to take it no more. We're not going to take it. Like good old Dave Chappelle. But like I said, most people don't want to come by because, I will speak my mind or they feel like, oh, look at this guy. He's some He's probably some Trumper. He's probably some Cuban. He's probably some. He's a. Well, you don't know nothing. It's the same thing we can think about you. Are you opposition? Are you the ops? When you play games like you want to, you're against the ops, but you're really with the ops. I mean, is this what type of games we playing nowadays? And I'm gonna tell you this right now: your life should not be a game. But unfortunately, this is how they see it. And unfortunately, this is how other people see it. You know, and I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for myself. And I know, my life, it isn't getting better, and nor will it. Thanks to the bureaucracy of bullshit, people that sit there and believe that these people aren't have no fault, which is mind-boggling to me. Like how these people can even do that, but it's the trick, man. They hoodwinked you, they bamboozled you, they fucking they tricked your ass. You bought the snake oil, you did all this and that, and now they know. Okay, well shit, we got enough of them to do this. Well, fuck, man, what if we do this now? Because then we ain't got to worry about these people anymore because we got these people, and then when we won't have to do nothing, we'll just make them attack them. You get it? Oh, you don't get it? You're still stupid? You still want to, listen to your dumbass rappers that don't give a shit about you, that have families, but yet, they perpetrate like they're gangsters and they're out in the streets and they so hood and they putting in that work every day, and taking care of their people by, feeding them drugs and all this other bullshit. Now, how does it make sense? It don't make sense. But see, people don't have to have sense anymore because in order to just go along, get along, you have to compromise your cognizant conscious. So and like I said, you people can believe whatever, but at some point, the rubber is gonna meet the road, baby. And like I said, you think it's bad now, it's gonna be a hell of a lot worse, and you're gonna be wishing that it didn't have to be this way. But unfortunately, people are just that dumbed down and that gullible and that to let it happen. And if it happens, hey, it's not like we had opportunities and chances to stand up and really, but when you don't, or there's not enough of us, or people just downright scared, that's what we get. And it's the same thing with these athletes and these actors and all this other bullshit. They act like they're tough guys and then they give a shit. If they gave a shit, they would have cared about the people that are hard working each and every day. That got their lives infringed on. Where was the good old, NFL players? Where is the goat of all, the greatest player of all time, Tom Brady? Where was he at? About people getting their rights and everything infringed on. Where were all these other guys? Telling you to line up, do your part. I mean, what are we waiting for? Are we just waiting for the slap in the face? We just waiting to die and accept it's the inevitable, and then you want to blame God and say that it was His fault when it's none of the such. And it goes for the believers and non-believers because everybody wants to love and hate God. But they don't really say too much about the devil. Oh, but we got to give everybody. Just because you have the freedom to say something doesn't mean that you just go out and say it. But then people want to persecute and crucify Donald Trump for saying stupid shit or saying outlandish shit or whatever we may not agree with. But don't people say that on a daily basis? There's a lot of shit that I don't agree with people on. And vice versa. The shit that comes out of my mouth that people probably don't like. Probably like think I'm a bigot, racist, and believe me, I am far from that shit. I don't look at people by by what color your skin is, the pigment in your skin. I look at how you treat people, how you go about, what's your energy. What are you? Are you somebody that is just like me, wants to live life and want to continue to go on and do these things and be able to have opportunities and have a future and have kids and have grandchildren and have all this other to be able so they could build upon what which was given to us. But yet we have no power. Or we feel we don't have any power. We have more power than we think. But we just don't believe. And we just don't stand on it. And that's why we're going down. I mean, history tells us that it's the inevitable. Rome went down and burned. France, English, Chinese, the Russians, the Gandhi, and Mao Zedong. You had all these people that had reigns of terror and reigns, but then it came to an end. And what? We think America was too great, too big to fail? When that's been their plan the whole time. Because we're ultimately the last domino. And when this domino falls, you think you're going to have the rights and the abilities to do what you do right now? I just ask people to consciously think of things. Truly. Don't just sit there and because they're playing on our emotions and they're playing on our, truly understand what is going on here, what the bigger picture is. Because we have a chance. But if we let this go by again, we may never have another chance. And maybe, I don't know, I don't think it was supposed to go this way, but free will and choice by people, and none of us can say that. Oh, I had a gun put to my head, and oh, that's why I had to do this. No, you freely chose it, and now you don't like it, and now you want to be a victim of it because you're a victim of it, and you don't like it. Well, what did you think? Did you think that it was going to be all roses are red, violets are blue? You better wake up because they know you had no clue. You see? And that's not why I stream. I don't stream on here because I want people to like me and to be a following like Jesus or the devil or whoever. I just want to be heard. Just want my voice to be heard. Just like their voices are heard. And like many of our voices should be heard. No one with a voice should be shunned and shut out and never heard. Because it might be that one voice that saves us and the voice of reasoning. Because if not, then we're just as bad as the people that we fight against. Yeah, I get up here talk sports all day long. I can. And I can probably do it better than anybody else. But I like to sit up here and talk too. Because this is my shot. This is my time, like the president and the press secretary lady gets up there and speaks. This is what I get to say. You don't get to shut me up. You don't get to silence me. You don't get to tell me how to talk. You don't get to tell me how to live my life. I get to tell you how it feels to suffer. We don't suffer in jest. We all do. But even in your suffering, you have to find peace. Because if we don't have peace, then there's nothing but war. War and tyranny and destruction. Everybody says they want peace, but all they do is make war. And that's just the bottom line. And so we can come to a really good resolution to really make it better, but I don't know if people really want to make it better. So we're stuck at where we're at. And I don't care where you get your news from, where you get your mainstream line, whatever. It's the writing's on the wall. And if you continue to be an idiot and continue to be stupid, then that's on you. That's not on me. That's not on everybody else. Can't blame Donald Trump. Can't blame this person. Can't blame that person. Blame your damn selves. But oh yeah, that's what they. You don't have to do that because it isn't necessary. It isn't your fault in this life that you're fucked up. It's somebody else made you do this, and this and that made you do this, and this that. You see how they minimize you and marginalize you and then make you dumb down and make you like, oh yeah, because they're dumbing you down. They're walking you down and they're just talking you down and they're making you subconsciously believe that this is all right, yeah. And so therefore you eat, sleep, and shit it, and therefore that's why your life is the way it is. Don't tell me, you know, that's you. But we'll get into this day of yesterday's sports here. We'll have to let me put this down right quick here. We're gonna have to go look at see how bad we truly did yesterday here. All right, so excuse me, like trying to come out here, but yeah, we're all right. right. All right. So the first loss we had we took the Brewers to win by a run and a half. They only won by a run, so that that gave us the L there. Then we had the under 7.5 runs in the Nationals and the Cubs. It went 6, so that won there. We had the under 8 runs in the Angels and A's. That was the second loss there. It went 9 runs in 12 innings. Then we had the Padres. Padres to win on the spread. They actually did win, surprisingly. Then we had the Yankees to win by a run and a half. They lost by a run, so that was the third loss. So 2-3, 2-3. Baltimore and Toronto got rained out, so I guess we can give that an automatic win there. And then we had the Phillies to win by a run and a half, right? Yeah, and they didn't. So we went 3-4. 3-4 on our first bet. Well, that was better than the day before. We went 0-8. We went 0-8 the day before. Yeah, we went 0-8 the day before, but we went 3-4. Not bad, but not good either. All right, so now we'll check the other parlay 2, then we'll check the WNBA games that we had that we selected. All right, let's see. We'll do the baseball part first. Obviously, we didn't win any of these parlays, but I like to see which ones that I did pick right and which ones I didn't. Kind of makes me, helps me, dictate how I like to bet sometimes. Like, hey, all right, I bet this team this that way. Well, okay. We had the Braves to win by a run and a half. They won 8-4, so they won by 4 runs, so that covered. Then we had the Tigers. We had Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger lost by 1. So that was the loss there. Then we had the Astros. We had the Astros to win by a run and a half, and they lost by 4 runs in the 10th inning here. Go figure. Kind of wanted to pick the fucking Rangers, but I don't know. I was kind of chicken shit. Then we had the under 8.5 and the Royals and the Royals and the White Sox. They went 11, so there was number 3 loss. Then we had a 9-5, so that definitely went over the 12, so that was number 4. And we had the Dodgers. We had the Dodgers on the spread here, run line here. And that went. So that was the only one that cashed 2. So 2. So we were 2-4. So baseball wise, on the day yesterday, we were 4, 8 and 2. So we were 5-8. We were 5-8 as far as the 5-8 as far as the 5-8 as far as our total for the baseball. And let's see what we did as far as WNBA here yesterday. And then we already got some games on right now. We got 4 games in action right now. I'll give you guys an update after we're going over the night before bet, so we can kind of really show you. And then I've basically already made my bets, so I'm gonna let you know what my plays and the parlay are. So we go to Wednesday here. All right. We had the Liberty on the money line, so they straight out won. That was 3, so that's 1. And then we had the Mercury. Ooh, they lost by 9. So we were 1-1, 1-1 in WNBA. Not bad, not bad. We were 3-0 the other day, so all right. So now we got August 11th here today. We got MLB, we got NFL, and we got the WNBA. WNBA is almost to the playoffs here, so all right. So we were 3-5 in that other parlay. So all right. So yeah. So hopefully we can do better than we did last week. That was not so good. All right. We'll keep everything. Well, we already did ours, and I already put down the markings on that, and we'll just keep today's bets here, which we will get into after we tell you the games here. All right, so let's get into the MLB action here. Right now, we got 4 games underway. We have the bottom of the fourth here between the Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins lead 1-0. 3 hits, 1 run, 3 hits, no runs, and an error on the Phillies. Edwin Chupacabra is pitching to Nick Castellanos. Then we have the top of the fourth here where we have the Guardians up 2-0 against the Tigers. Runners at the corners at first and third with 2 outs. All right, the Tigers now are going the bottom of the fourth here. We are at the end of the first now. White Sox and the Royals 0-0. We're in the bottom of the first between the Rangers and the Astros 0-0. Then later to come here, we have the Cardinals and the Rockies, Pirates, Diamondbacks, and then the 2 late games tonight here at 7:10 Eastern and 7:15 Eastern. We have the Orioles and the Red Sox and the Cubs and the Reds here. So those are your baseball games and the current games going on. We have WNBA action tonight as well. Obviously later on tonight, let's say about 7. Yeah. Well, both are going to be late games here. They're both one's in Vegas, which the Chicago Sky will be coming in to visit the Las Vegas Aces. Going to be a really tremendous game, a battle of you know, who wants to win. Could be a preview of the WNBA championship here, possibly. And then we have the Connecticut Sun taking on the LA Sparks. So both games will be on 7. Well, the first Chicago Sky and the Las Vegas Aces will be on at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And the Connecticut Sun and the LA Sparks will be 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time. We do have football tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We do have some football tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the game starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern time. So if you're out in the East Coast, the game starts at 7 o'clock. Don't start at 4 o'clock. All right, we have the New York Giants going into Gillette Stadium at Foxborough in the Boston, Mass area. New England Patriots. It'll be about 76 degrees with some clouds here. So not a very warm night. So it'll be interesting to see what the quarterbacks are going to be here today, see what kind of game that we're going to get from the Giants and the Patriots. Then we also got at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, we have the Tennessee Titans going into Baltimore, into M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Going to be a balming 84 degrees, so pretty warm, not too warm, not too hot here, but once your body gets going and all that, so 2 teams here. I doubt we see we're not seeing Derrick Henry. I doubt we even see Lamar Jackson or some people. I mean, these games we might see the starters here, but I don't know. It just depends to see exactly what the lineup is going to be here. And we'll get that later, which, hopefully I'll be back in time to do here. Maybe I'll be able to do a special preview maybe. It'd be kind of nice to do that here. Do a little bit of play-by-play, throw my hands here as far as red zone goes on Sundays. we do a lot of play-by-plays here. Be out there watching the red zone, hanging out with the fan bam like we always do on Sundays, and just to enjoy football. I don't enjoy the NFL as an entity corporation, obviously, but I love the sport of football, playing sports, and you know, and not so much making money of it, just because some guys are just blessed and talented to be able to play the sport, man, and it just I don't know. I mean, maybe should there be really a price tag on that? I mean, you're pretty much one in a billion. I mean, I mean, people say you can be the president. I kind of beg to differ there too. Like not everybody could be a professional athlete. Not everybody could be this and that, because, but doesn't mean that nobody has special gifts or they have special skills. Everybody does, and you know, we should admire that and should be like, man, that's awesome. That is. We shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, I got beautiful skills. Well, now I'm just going to use people, and just because I have that, and you know, use it in the right way, not the wrong way. So yeah, this those are the games. All right, so let's get on the first parlay here. We took the Marlins money line plus 133. We took the team total under 8.5 runs in the Guardians and the Tigers. We took the Royals money line plus 153. We took the Rangers plus the run and a half on the spread. That's plus 102. We took the Cardinals to win by a run and a half. That's plus 128. And we took the Orioles money line plus 105. Those six bets, if those six bets cover, all six of those teams cover their end of the bargain and deal that I bet them, then my dollar will turn into $106.67. Again, that's the Marlins money line, the under 8.5 runs in the Guardians and Tigers, Royals money line, Rangers plus the run and a half, Cardinals minus a run and a half to win by a run and a half, and the Orioles to outright win on the money line. All right, now we have the second parlay where I placed the last two baseball games that I didn't bet, which would be the Cubs and the Reds and the Diamondbacks and the Pirates. So I took the Diamondbacks to win by a run and a half. That was plus 110. And I took the under 9 runs in the Cubs and Reds, minus 106. And we have the WNBA. I took the Chicago Sky to win, outright win on the money line, plus 101. And I took the Sun. I took the Sun to win by minus 10.5. So they got to win by 11 points tonight, the Sun. I also took the New England Patriots on the money line, plus 120. And I took the Tennessee Titans on the money line, plus 160. And if all six of those parlays cover, my dollar will turn into $88.58. So I'm picking the Patriots because I don't know. I think they're at home, and it's a little weird. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Giants could come out there and really knock the socks off. I don't know, man. I mean, they're both teams are starting with kind of like new offenses a little bit here. But New England being home, being there with the crowd and all that, and and then Tennessee on the road. I don't know. I mean, I know there's no Derrick Henry, and I mean, it's hard to win in the Ravens, but Tennessee lost in Baltimore last year, so I think there's a little bit of animosity and some payback, some of those, and it's gonna be a good game. I mean, obviously, the over under here. They're saying 35 points in the Giants game, and they're saying 32.5 in the Tennessee Titans and the Ravens. I mean, the Giants and the Patriots, I mean, 35 is an interesting number. I mean, both these teams are going to try to play, some defensive, and if their starters, if Mac Jones isn't playing or only plays a little bit, or and the same thing with the case of Daniel Jones. I mean, does there begin to be a lot more points? So I mean, I don't know. Eh. I mean, with the Raiders and the Jaguars, I picked the over, but that was like at third. That was like 30, and this is like at 35. So I mean, I could kind of see it going over a little bit, but I don't know. I more or less probably lean. I more or less would probably lean the over in the Titans and Ravens game more than I. And like I said, I didn't bet the over under. I just took the teams. So yeah. I mean, you really don't make money if you bet that in. All right. Say under, even though those teams probably over that. I guess we can make another one here and just make a crazy opposite bet here. Just double down on both games here. 2 unit plays here for the NFL, and then all right. So we'll do our. Went opposite of what we did. You know, we took Giants minus the 2.5 on the spread here. And 10. That's the team total under 35 points between the Giants and Pats. 10 here. Then we took the Ravens. That's 3.5 spread. Over 31.5 points. Minus 110. Yep. The aces. Minus 1 on the spread. Minus 110. Team total under 175.5 points. Between the sky and the aces. Minus 110. And then, last but not least, Sparks plus the 10.5 spread. Minus 110. And the team total over 162.5 points. Points in the sun. Sparks. Minus 110. Either way, $175 here. If those 8 opposite games that I picked and my other picks here. So we'll just have to see if that works for us here. So once again, we're gonna go over all the parlays right now. Get ready to end the show, give you a little update so I can get ready here to go hang out with my brothers, the little nieces and nephews, and and help out my dad and them, because they're not as active as I am. The kids, they want to go out in the playground, and it's always nice to spend time with people in your family, and they like me, like my jokes, and think I'm funny. So hey, it's a win. It's got to be a win, right? Unless they give me a glimmer of hope and faith in the world. Probably that's the only thing. The only thing really. All right, let's go. Early action. We took the Marlins money line. That's plus 133 when we took it. Took the team total under 8.5 runs, and the Guardians and the Tigers minus 107 were the odds that we got. We took the Royals money line plus 150, plus 153 because they're playing Mr. Dylan Cease in the White Sox right now. We took the Texas Rangers plus the run and a half on the spread plus 102. We took the Cardinals to win by a run and a half plus 128. And we took the Orioles money line plus 105. So if those 6 bets cover, our dollar will turn into $106.67. All right. Then we have our second bet here where we took the Diamondbacks to win by a run and a half. That was plus 110. We took the team total under 9 runs in the Cubs and Reds minus 106. We took the Sky money line plus 101. We took the Sun minus 10.5 on the spread. That was minus 110. And we took the Patriots money line plus 120. And we took the Tennessee Titans money line plus 160. So if all 6 of those teams cover their bets, the dollar will turn into $88.58. And then we just did a wild card NFL WNBA 2-unit parlay. We took the opposite of what we took on my second bet. We took the Giants to win by 2.5 points on the spread, minus 110. We took the team total under 35 points in the Giants and the Patriots, minus 110. We took the Ravens to win by 3.5 on the spread, minus 110. We took the over 31.5 points in the Tennessee Titans and Ravens game. That's minus 110. We took the Aces to win by a point on the spread line, minus 110. We took the team total under 175.5 points in the Sky in the Aces game, minus 110. We took the Sparks to cover and only, cover to lose by no more than 10.5 on the spread, minus 110, and we took the team total over 162.5. So if all of those 8 bets cover right there in the opposite bet of the second parlay of our NFL and WNBA picks, our dollar will turn into $175 even. So we got our bets covered today here. So hopefully somehow, some way, we might be able to get a parlay win. We didn't we didn't last night, but we did better. I mean, the day before Tuesday when I I had to do that again. So it was like I didn't do so well. So hopefully today we're gonna have some better luck out here. So let's give you a scoring update on these games are already in progress here. All right, we're in the bottom of the we're in the we're in the well going to top of the sixth now here. We have the Marlins leading 1-0 over the Phillies. We're in the bottom of the fifth here. The Guardians lead 3-0. We're going to the top of the third where the White Sox are trailing 1-0. And we're in the bottom of the second where the Rangers and Astros are scoreless, but there is a runner on first for the Astros and one out. So that is where we're standing at right now. So hopefully our bets will cash today. Hopefully we'll have a good day. Hopefully everybody will have a wonderful and blessed Thursday. But I'm gonna get up out of here and start getting ready to go leave here pretty soon, here in about less than an hour. So everybody, please be bitter. Don't be bitter. Be better. And just try to enjoy it and find some sort of peace and happiness and serenity. Even though this fucking world and these fuckers, and it's just we have to. We can't just drive ourselves mad and crazy. We have to have a sane mind, a sound mind, and a sound spirit. Is what the good Lord and God Almighty gave to us. So, thank you. I appreciate anybody that does come and watch these videos and all that. And if you don't, it's okay too. I don't. It's not. There's no hate, no shade. It's just I do what I do, and I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I realize that is okay. It's okay. I'm not sad. I don't got no tears crying down. I'm not sad. Because I get to be me, and that allows me to be me, and people can kind of see what I do without people, manipulating me or shutting me down or telling me I have to say this and I have to be in a, I kind of can be a little unfiltered a little bit. You know what I mean? Obviously, I say things to a certain extent, but you know what? That's just how I feel. I'm not, grasping at straws. There is actual proof to what I'm saying. There's method to the madness. All right. So take it easy. Stay blessed.